Hello, ALLFIE. Happy birthday. Congratulations on your 30th birthday. I'm Andrew from People First Self-Advocacy. So there's a lot of important work that you've done over the years, but there's a couple of things that I kind of want to focus on. One is the Leeds report that was actually presented at the Supreme Court and explaining how much work actually has to be done to help young people have the kind of education, inclusive education, that they actually want and need. I think it's also important that young people in schools and colleges come into contact with self-advocates that are working in the user-led movement, so that they can actually see that having a proper paid job is a realistic opportunity. I also think that it's important that when we presented the petition to 10 Downing Street, 1,080 signatures, that politicians and government actually enforce the actual laws that we actually do have, and young people speaking up about their hopes, their aspirations, need to be supported by user-led disabled people's organisations, and that teachers and support assistants that actually believe in inclusive education also need to be supported, because we have to remember that they are working for inclusion in a system that does not believe in inclusion, and supporting young people's aspirations to go through school, to go through college, to go through university and get the kind of degrees that they actually want, but also that is support based, so that individuals have the kind of support that they actually need to actually reach the actual goals that they believe that they can do with the right support. So using the word support is really important, so that living independent living, having the kind of choices that they actually want to actually bring to reality, having independent living as a goal, must actually be supported. And so the foundations that are laid at school, at college, at university need to actually have a path, so that young people come into contact with disabled people that actually can give them guidance, that they can kind of point to. So if you work in the disability movement, you actually probably know what Article 24 actually is. But for young people coming through schools, they probably need explaining about what the UN Convention actually is and what Article 24 actually means, and so that they are aware of their rights. So when people first have kind of been out there on the streets, supporting campaigns that ALLFIE has actually been part of, that's one part of the story. How do we actually move forward so that They know what the social model of disability actually is in reality for them kind of going through school. So what kind of education system do we need? What do we mean by an inclusive education system kind of going forward? What does self-advocacy and advocacy mean for them as individuals, using peer support as a way as a vehicle for change. So people with learning difficulties going through school can see that getting a job is not an unrealistic goal. Getting a university degree is not an unrealistic goal, but actually the job opportunities that they are thinking about with the right support is possible. So using the word support rather than care is a vehicle that we need to kind of start moving forward, so that people who are in positions of power that can make a difference actually can help young people meet their goals, meet their aspirations, so that there are less people saying you can't and more people saying with the right support, yes, you can. So congratulations on being 30, and somewhere down the line, people first will see you on the streets. The UN convention is really important going forward. Take care, guys.